Bula, I'm John from Kornabuan, Tapua. I love listening to the FM, it rocks.
Bula, I'm Teopola.
Bula, I'm Makanisi.
We love listening to the FM because it rocks in Ba.
Bula, my name is Tisa. I've been listening to Today FM.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. Tonight, Fiji signs new deal with MSG. Japan inks $3.1 million deal. And outstanding rates a major concern. Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama today signed the latest version of the Melanesia Spearhead Group Free Trade Agreement with the chair of the MSG. Bainimarama says the agreement will lay down a solid economic foundation suited to addressing a number of emerging challenges the country faces. Anna Ravulo has more.
Prime Minister Bainimarama made it clear at the signing that the agreement will definitely build on the rapid growth and deep integration Fiji has achieved amongst MSG countries. He revealed that in the past 5 years, trade between Fiji and MSG countries has grown by 73% to $143.4 million.
We are a model in the Pacific. We have made flows of goods, services and resources more efficient and more reliable, and we are all rising high on the same tide of economic achievement.
The Prime Minister of Solomon Islands, who is the chair of the MSG, says this is a historical moment for Fiji.
And I'm pleased to reiterate Solomon Islands' utmost support towards this new comprehensive free trade agreement. As Prime Minister of Solomon Islands and current chair, MSG chair, in signifying the unprecedented breakthrough in the conclusion of the Malaysian Free Trade Agreement.
Voreqe Bainimarama emphasized that it is vital for Fiji to make adjustments to remain competitive and will continue to find ways to improve its relationships. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
As rehabilitation work continues on schools damaged by Tropical Cyclone Winston, assistance is still pouring in under the government's Adopt a School program. Japanese ambassador to Fiji, Takuji Hanatani, and Minister of Economy Ayo Said Kayum today signed a grant contract which seals assistance of $3.1 million to be provided by the Japanese government. Pranita Prakash has more.
Minister for Economy Aya Said Kayum also provided an update on the tender process to rehabilitate schools affected by Tropical Cyclone Winston.
Approximately about 160 schools that needed to be tendered for. 102 have already been awarded. So there is about a balance of 40 that's left, and work is in progress with those. And so we expect those to be completed in the next couple of weeks.
During the signing ceremony today, the Japanese ambassador reaffirmed continuing support in the education sector for Fiji's recovery from Tropical Cyclone Winston.
These initiatives help enhance disaster preparedness, disaster response, and to build back better in disaster recovery. Many schools in the country are also designated evacuation centers. It is important that we rebuild the schools not only to provide a conducive learning environment, but also to such standards that withstand natural disasters.
Schools to be assisted by the Japanese government funding include Koronumbu Sangam School, Toko Primary School, Balevuto Public School and Navatusila District School. Pranita Prakash, FBC News.
A fire that destroyed the Nandi JAXA Fiji garment factory yesterday is estimated to run into the millions. JAXA Fiji General Manager Nandi Avinash Prasad told FBC News that while an exact figure has not been put on the damage, it is no doubt going to be more than $1 million. Prasad met with all 144 staff today and assured them they will not lose their jobs, but will be relocated to other JAXA branches in Nandi and Lautoka. He says after the fire yesterday, staff were given $50 each to help with transport home because they had lost everything in the blaze. The National Fire Authority have confirmed that investigations are well underway. Rate collection is one of the biggest challenges faced by municipal councils in the country. Permanent Secretary for the Ministry of Local Government, Joshua Wycliffe, says some councils have up to $50,000 worth of uncollected rates pending. Kelly Vadhala reports.
Rate collection should be a priority in all municipal councils to ensure it's being collected in time.
Obviously, in terms of rate collections, that is an area. Rate collections as in, being able to collect the rates on time and having arrears and managing arrears. Some councils have 30,000, 40,000, 50,000.
13 municipal council CEOs gathered together for a two-day workshop in Suva to discuss ways of having a better response from the public when it comes to paying their rates.
To enhance our service delivery and then delivering positive response from the ratepayers.
On our performance that we are judged, on our performance, our ratepayers will respond.
Permanent Secretary Wycliffe says the workshop also covers the requirements of each municipal councils in terms of service delivery to ensure that taxpayers get reliable, quick and efficient service. Kelly Vadhala, FBC News.
The Water Authority of Fiji is embarking on a $3.7 million project that is expected to ease water problems faced by those in the Rewa Delta. For the past few months, areas in the Rewa Delta have been facing low water pressure to no water supply at all. According to Water Authority CEO Opeta Ravai, this is because of the inability of the current pipes to meet the demand. While there are long-term plans to fix the problem, Ravai says in the meantime the $3.7 million project, which involves the laying of a 200 mm pipe at the Wainumbokasi crossing, will increase supply to those living in these areas. The $3.7 million project is expected to be completed by October this year.
This area, after the Wainumbokasi bridge, there's only a small pipe that's feeding that area. So we need to lay a new pipe. We've talked with FRA, because as you know, all bridges and roads need approval from them. And we're in the final process of getting that approval. So we need to lay a pipe across that bridge to increase the hydraulic capacity that is feeding the Rewa Delta area.
In the news ahead, US company helps villages. And later in business, new hardware shop creates more jobs. Stay with us.
मेरा नाम कमल रोशनी है। हम लोगों में रहते हैं और मिर्ची एफएम सबसे बेस्ट स्टेशन है।
हमारा नाम मेसी है, हम गोल्ड टाउन ताबुआ में रहता है और मिर्ची इज हॉट इन ताबुआ।
Hi, we Bagels. We love Mirchi FM because it's hot.
निवेश ताबुआ में रहता हूँ, सुनता है यहाँ मिर्ची एफएम is very hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
A non-profit organization set up in the United States is turning holiday packing into a goodwill deed. Pack for a Purpose founder Rebecca Rothney says it's about small space, little effort and big impact. Maggie Boyle was in Raleigh, North Carolina and filed this story.
It's giving holidaymakers to Fiji and 60 other countries in the world a more meaningful vacation, simply by including basic supplies for community projects in their luggage.
I think the traveler gets to express gratitude for the hospitality, and the people receiving the gift can express gratitude because it's going to be something useful and meaningful in that community.
In Fiji, there are 2 resorts and a tour company currently signed on with Pack for a Purpose, with visitors bringing school and medical supplies.
You look up the country you're going to, you'll find a list of participants, which are either accommodations or tour companies. You'll see the projects that they're working with in the community and the needs list.
Rothney says they also follow up on those who sign up to the program to ensure there's accountability.
Every 4 months, they reply back to us about the weight of the kilos they've received. We think transparency is very important, and we keep track of that. To date, Pack for a Purpose travelers have taken over 66,000 kilos of supplies to all the participants on our website across the globe.
So far, Pack for a Purpose has assisted children in Namara Village School, working with a barefoot collection accommodation. In Kandavu, Televia Village District School has been supported with school supplies, and Yamata Village and Yalombi Village in Tailevu have been beneficiaries. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
The Suva High Court has granted an order for a man accused of murder to visit the Colonial War Memorial Hospital for a blood test. Imshad Israel Ali faces 1 count of murder in the death of his de facto partner on November 1, 2009 at Howell Road. He is suffering from kidney disease and has mentioned his health issues a number of times in court. The state has sought 21 days to file information and disclosures. The case has been adjourned to February 10th for mention. 34-year-old bus driver Sanjay Naidu, charged with the rape of a 12-year-old student in November last year, has assured the Suva High Court that he will find alternative employment. The defense attorney filed a bail application for his client. However, the prosecution is concerned that the accused will pose a threat if he continues to be in public service. The defense lawyer stated his client will look for another job and will advise the court of the permanent address of his new employer where he finds one. The judge stipulated if bail is granted, one of the conditions for Naidu will be to ensure that he does not engage himself in any form of employment in public transportation. It is alleged that the man raped a student in Nasinu after she fell asleep on the bus and failed to get off at her intended destination. The matter has been adjourned to January 23rd. The Employment Ministry will soon review the operations of the National Employment Centre. Minister Choneo Sumate says to ensure the public gets the best service, they will also look into the National Employment Policy. Sainiani Boila has more.
Employment Minister Usamati says the review is to ensure ways to increase employment in Fiji.
We will also be reviewing our National Employment Centre and how it operates and how it functions to make sure that it continues to improve itself so that it can continue to deliver good value for our people.
I think they should upgrade their services. I think they should really look at people who really need employment and try and help them out.
So far so good, they just have to need to improve on their service delivery.
They should look into their service delivery. He has also urged employers to create safe work environments for workers.
The employer has a duty of care of what they need to look after. The employee also has his own responsibilities. So in the ministry, we encourage people to, first of all, self-regulate themselves. Each employer.
Usamati says the ministry has also put in place employment creation programs for the unemployed and will also focus on reducing unemployment this year. Sainiani Mboila, FBC News.
Political parties are gearing up for the 2018 general elections. As for the Fiji First Party, plans and preparations are still yet to be known. Party Secretary General Ayaz Said Kayum says they are focusing on ensuring all services are provided to every Fijian. Party leader Vorenge Bainimarama also did not divulge any plans.
As for Fiji First Party, the preparations for next elections?
That is something that will be knowledge that remains with us.
Sports is up next. Here's Jamie now with a preview of what's coming up.
Nakataki and good evening. Up ahead, senior Fiji Sevens players say they are ready for Wellington Challenge. And Fiji Table Tennis Association looks forward to a busy 2017. This and more coming up.
Na yalangu nga andi moala rarararalika o tikongon na tao na singatoka ando talitaka na wakaronga ng Bull FM number 2 na sere.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Iborani batukara hambara binanga. Do talitakina na wakaronga ng Bull FM number 2 na sere. Bula.
Bull FM number 2 na sere.
Tasa Vermalu and sweeper Jerry Tuwai both know that as senior players in the Fiji Sevens team, they'll have a lot of responsibility on their shoulders in the next 2 tournaments. And though it's been 7 years since Fiji last won in the Windy City, the 2 Olympic gold medalists are optimistic of Fiji's chances. Rohit Deo with the story.
Today's training run was a relief for these players as they know they are in the final team and will travel to the next 2 tournaments.
We've concluded our training today with a lot of conditioning, top up on our fitness. And yes, we are confident for next week and the following for Sydney.
Nipi Jerry Tuwai says the past 3 weeks haven't been easy and he's ready for another 2 series tournaments.
Today was the hardest, but most satisfying. Plus training session in Fiji.
The Fiji side going to the Wellington tournament placed 3rd on the ladder. Tuai says the team has been in this situation before and it won't be a distraction in the team's ultimate goal of retaining the World Series title.
We've been in this situation before, last year, the other year. Our plan is not to panic and just to play our games and try to win the next two.
The team leaves for New Zealand next Tuesday. Fiji's first match is against Australia at 9:46 a.m. next Saturday. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Hundreds and thousands of Fiji fans all over the world are eager to see what new national sevens coach Gareth Baber will have on display in his first two tournaments in charge of Fiji. And while fans can sometimes be unforgiving, Baber anticipated the pressure that comes with coaching the national team of a rugby-mad nation, and he looks forward to the challenge. Rohit Deo with more.
The first task of selecting his final team is off the plate, but Gareth Baber knows things are only getting started.
What a challenge. Everybody's, I suppose, from the outside looking in and seeing what to make of it. New coach coming in, some players have gone, there's an old guard still there as well who are experienced and will deliver what they do, and some young players coming in, so it's quite an exciting place to be. Obviously it's a huge challenge for me to understand the culture and the way that we play in Fiji.
Baber may have come from coaching a Tier 2 nation, but is aware of the challenge on the World Series.
I coached Wales for 3 years. I know exactly what the levels of competition are in the HSBC series. Wales is just like Fiji, the pressure that comes with it in terms of the position that you have. There's lots of people knocking at your door to get the position that you have and think they can do it better. And that's the nature of the competition I'm involved in, and I wouldn't have taken the job in the first place if I didn't feel like I handled that.
Manager Chone Nirua says preparations have gone well.
Fortunately, we're talking about wins. The wins going to come in if the boys do their job well. The boys did what the coaches want them to do. But I think the win going to follow in on its correct place to be.
Meanwhile, the 5 players from the Barbers team join camp tomorrow. The side will go through a light session on Monday before leaving for Wellington a day later. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Fiji Rugby Union is likely to dominate this year's Fiji Sports Awards after their historic gold medal win in the Olympic Games in Brazil last year. The list of nominees released today by the Fiji Sports Council includes Fiji 7 skipper Hosea Kolinisau for the Sportsman of the Year and Ben Ryan for the Coach of the Year award. Fijiana captain Ana Maria Rungitha has been nominated for Sportswoman of the Year. Fiji Sevens, the FRU and trainer Nathanieli Dhawanimbuka have also been nominated for awards. The Fiji Sports Awards function will be held on the 27th of next month.
Today it is our pleasure, the Fiji Sports Awards Committee, to announce that we have received a total of 64 nominations for the 2016 Sports Awards. And of these 64 nominations, they were all received from 17 sporting federations. These sporting federations also included the Special Olympics and the Paralympics.
The Lautoka and Bar football teams will have the first privilege of playing in the refurbished Churchill Park next month. The two sides will battle for the champion versus champion on the new look field on the 5th of February. The first international match to be hosted at Churchill Park will see the Fiji football team hosting New Zealand. 2017 is going to be a busy year for the Fiji Table Tennis Association as they prepare to host several international tournaments. In April alone, the association will host 3 championships: the International Table Tennis Federation Championships, the ITTF Oceania Cup, and the ITTF Oceania Junior Championships. 2 other international events are also scheduled for later in the year. Meli Tavanga with the details.
More than 10 countries around the region are expected to compete in the 3 championships.
First up is the ITTF Oceania Para Champion. That's a top wheelchair and standing disability players coming into Fiji. We're expecting more than 10 countries to show up, and that's run concurrently with the highest profile event in Oceania, which is the ITTF Oceania Cup. The third event is the ITTF Oceania Junior Championships, bringing to Fiji all the young talents, under 15 and under 18 talents from the region.
Association President Anthony Hoare says they're looking forward to hosting the international events following the championships.
The World Cadet Challenge, that's the biggest event we're going to host, and the World Cadet Challenge is one of the high-profile events in international table tennis Then we finish off with the Pacific Mini Games. In between that, we have a lot of national events that are coming up.
The association appreciates the assistance of the Fiji Sports Commission in providing venues for the competitions.
In terms of facilities, we are using the Vodafone Arena as our competition venue for the April event. That will also be the training warm-up area as well. However, in the October event, we have to use two venues, basically the Vodafone Arena as the competition venue and the FMF Gymnasium.
The Fiji Sports Council has allocated a grant for the championships, which will be held from April 10th to the 16th. Meli Tabanga, FBC Sports.
That's it from sports this evening. Jack is up next with business.
More than 40 new jobs have been created at the new RC Manubai branch that opened in Nausori today. Local Government Minister Praveen Kumar Bala says the new hardware outlet will contribute to the growth of the town. Ali Kimbia has more.
While opening the new RC Manubai outlet in Nausori, Bala says this is another milestone achievement for one of the fastest growing towns in the country.
Under my ministry's radar, Nausori is the only town who is growing right now. And on behalf of the government, I want to thank Manubai Group of Companies for having that confidence and trust in investing here in Nausori.
Bala says there are plans for major businesses to open in Nausori. With the opening of this new branch, employees were recruited within the vicinity of the Nausori area.
Approximately 40 plus candidates from local, from Nausori area. We have made sure that we try to recruit candidate from this area. So in terms of transportation and over time, everything has been taken care of.
The new RC Manubai branch in Nausori does not only provide employment opportunities to the people of Nausori, but add to the economic growth of the town. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The human resources function has come a long way from being seen as a minor administrative function. President of the Fiji Human Resources Institute, Kameli Mbatiweti, says organizations and CEOs are recognizing the strategic impact that good HR practices can have in their organizations. Mbatiweti made the statement while launching the Fiji HR Institute Awards 2017 yesterday. The purpose of the awards, according to Mbatiweti, is to recognize exceptional HR practitioners and organizations that are setting standards of HR best practices in Fiji.
What we are looking for is more examples of what have they done, for example, in innovation. And we will receive all the submissions and we will get a committee of CEOs, 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and get them to go through the submission and then start picking the winners. In each category, there'll be a gold, silver, and bronze. And so with that comes some financial rewards also.
Today stayed sunny and dry around Fiji, with the afternoon seeing few cloudy skies. Lombasa was the warmest spot, recording 33 degrees, whereas the rest of the centres followed in the lower 30s. For tomorrow, brighter spells can be expected in most parts of the country. However, the east can expect few afternoon showers. And looking further on to Sunday, conditions are likely to be dry with possible chance of evening showers. At sea, southwest to southeast winds 10 to 15 knots over Yasawa, Vipilevhu, Kandavo and southern Lao. Elsewhere, northwest winds 10 to 15 knots, moderate seas. Recapping the main stories for tonight, Fiji signs a new deal with MSG. Japan inks $3.1 million deal, and outstanding rates a major concern. For these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. On to our poll question, with the recent publishing of landing costs of all vehicles imported into the country, we are asking, are you seeing changes in the motor vehicle sales market? To answer, visit our FBC website. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
from Latoka. We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Hola, my name is Kanto. I'm from Ba. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Mula Fiji, my name is Florence Ratu. I'm from Corner Number 1 in Tabua, and I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits every day and all day.
Hi, my name is Anna, and I'm from the soccer crazy town of Ba. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.